Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to this custom deep dive into the macro report episode 2. Our mission today is, we're decoding the collision of quantum computing, AI, and geopolitics.
Yeah, and specifically exploring why the actual math protecting your digital life is basically about to break.
Right, because we're looking at the shrinking window for our current encryption standards, like
Yeah.
RSA and ECC.
Exactly. The industry projection for Q-Day, which is the moment quantum computers crack these codes, is landing somewhere between 2028 and 2033.
And that timeline creates a really immediate vulnerability today. There is this strategy happening right now called harvest now, decrypt later.
Right, which means data is just being scooped up and hoarded.
Yeah, it is like a burglar stealing a locked safe today just to wait for the key to be invented tomorrow. I mean, today's computers try one combination at a time, taking a million years. A quantum computer tries everything at once and pops it open in seconds.
And what's fascinating here is how artificial intelligence is actively accelerating that tomorrow. Like, AI is being deployed to optimize quantum hardware.
Wait, how does AI actually help with the hardware?
Well, it recognizes and suppresses errors at the subatomic level, so it makes the systems vastly more efficient. I mean, recent Google research suggested that breaking Bitcoin's encryption might only require about 500,000 physical qubits.
Okay, but 500,000 physical qubits still sounds like a massive engineering hurdle, Like, we are nowhere near that scale yet.
We aren't, no. But context really matters here. That number actually represents a 20-time improvement over previous industry estimates.
Wow, a 20-time improvement.
Yeah, the computational overhead required to crack these keys is plummeting way faster than anyone modeled.
So because Q-Day is accelerating, nations are kind of rushing to build new defenses, right? Which is leading directly to this geographic fracturing of digital trust.
Absolutely. Look at China, for instance. The report notes they are backing their strategy with an estimated $140 billion state fund.
That is just a massive amount of money.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
They are heavily prioritizing quantum key distribution, which is using the physical properties of light to secure data, like they are doing with their Mises satellite.
Right. And crucially, they are explicitly rejecting the post-quantum standards that the U.S. NIST recently finalized.
Exactly. So the U.S. chose algorithms based on structured lattice mathematics. Think of it like hiding a point in a 500-dimensional grid. The U.S. approach uses a grid with a slight repeating mathematical pattern to make things run faster across our current internet.
But the Chinese cryptographers are arguing that a sufficiently advanced AI could spot that subtle repeating pattern.
Right, and just unravel the whole grid. So they're opting for structureless lattice algorithms instead.
And just to be clear, we are simply reporting what's in the source material here. We aren't taking a side on whose cryptography approach is actually better.
Oh, right, of course. It is just a fascinating divergence in strategy. The U.S. is betting on speed and standardization, while China prioritizes absolute mathematical complexity, regardless of the heavier computational cost.
So what does this all mean in practice? If I am running a global enterprise, do I have to use completely different math just to send data from New York to Beijing?
Basically, yes. It creates a massive compliance gridlock. You would have to build systems that can hot swap their foundational security protocols on the fly, based on geography.
Just without breaking the network.
Yeah, which the industry calls crypto agility. It is projected to be the most expensive IT migration in history.
Wow. But this isn't just a corporate problem. The danger is already sitting inside your house right now.
Oh, for sure. Think about the Internet of Things, like smart thermostats or sensors in connected cars.
Right, because those devices have what, like a 10 to 15-year lifespan?
Exactly, and they physically lack the memory and battery life to handle heavy, quantum-safe updates. So millions of devices being installed today are just permanently unupgradable.
They are permanently vulnerable. And if that applies to a physical sensor, it applies to us too. The report points out that your encrypted biometrics, like fingerprints or facial geometry, are subject to that same harvest now, decrypt later threat.
Yeah, I mean, you can't exactly reset your fingerprint like a password once those puzzle boxes are finally cracked.
Right. So the big summary here is that surviving this post-quantum transition requires shifting from static security to dynamic crypto agility.
Exactly, anticipating that the math will always need to evolve.
Okay, which leaves you with this final, really provocative thought to mull over.
Let's hear it.
So if Harvest Now Decrypt Later threatens anything recorded today, consider decentralized ledgers like Bitcoin.
Oh, right.
Yeah, if the blockchain is entirely public and permanently immutable by design, what happens to the privacy of every historical transaction ever made once anyone with a quantum computer can retroactively unmask them?